Hello Gemini, thanks for joining me for the January of 2019 Taroscope with Animal Totem. We're going to begin with the Rock and Roll Tarot deck as always, and this is my own creation and you can find it on my website. And then we're going to pull a card from the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards, which is an Animal Totem deck, and that's also available on my website. There's a lot going on. There's eclipses. If you're interested in the 2019 year aheads, there's a couple of weeks left to get in on that. Then it'll be closed down for the rest of the year. This is a general reading, so you can check it's for sun, rising, and moon, but if you want a more detailed reading, you're going to have to order a personal reading. Besides the year ahead, there's many other readings available on my website. I have books, decks, all sorts of stuff, so do check it out. What is going on for Gemini in January? We're having eclipses. They're starting up already in January, so here we go. Right away, eclipse time. And this is for Gemini for January of 20, that came first, 2019. Oh, this card's finally turned around. It's come out a few times and it's been reversed. There, and last one there. Wow, where do you have a nice reading here, Gemini? The World was the very first card out, and that's fantastic. Before I start, I want to let everybody know, let me turn off the bright light. I want to let everybody know that the eclipse dates, because they're going to affect you, everybody, even if it's not in your sign, which it's not. But there's going to be a new moon eclipse, January 1st, and that's in the sign of Capricorn, and then a full moon eclipse in Leo, and that is going to be on 20th or 21st, depending on your location. Well, the World showed up. Some of you are going to be really traveling, like across the world, I get. Like you might be traveling to another country or to a new location. There's going to be invitations from friends to go do things, and you should definitely take advantage of this. This is the invitations here. It's a huge opportunity for you to get some kind of recognition and some kind of like promotion, or you know, where you're going to be in the spotlight or get to move up on the ladder here, the rungs of the ladder. But it's also a lot of fun involved. I think that's like a big part of it, that it's really going to be fun. There could be you could have a kick-ass time. That's what I'm hearing. You can really have a kick-ass time if you want to do it. So if it is a new job or something like that, it could be, you know, something that you find out it's really fun, and the coworkers are really cool and fun. Some of you might, this came up in another reading, that might be like a playcation, you know, where you get to go and have fun but get paid for a paycation, or playcation too. Paycation is what I meant to say. Where you get, you know, you're getting paid, but it also turns into a lot of fun for you. The World is more than you even anticipated. You might just be like, well, I'm just going to go on a little trip with a couple of friends, or we're going to go, maybe go even, it doesn't have to be a trip to a foreign country. It could be, we're going to go out to have dinner, you know, have dinner, drinks, whatever. And something huge could happen from there. So don't turn down any social invitations, Gemini, this month. You're definitely getting some kind of big kudos at work or something like this. Like you're getting, this is the prestige that goes along with it, and the good feeling that you get because you were chosen out of the group. And this is the money that comes along with it. And here's you. This is you. This is you whether you're male or female. I don't use gender in these general readings. So this is you, and you're rushing in towards it. And if you're having any trepidation about trying out for it, you might think, oh, like there's an opening at work, but I'm not even going to try for it. I'm not even going to try for this job, or I'm not even going to try for this gig, or whatever. Some of you, this is a world tour. I'm picking this up for sure. I know I'm the musician. I get a lot of musicians watching. You might be auditioning for some huge gig, man. Might be some world tour. And you might think, well, God, I've never done a world tour before, blah, 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 blah. But people are picking up people all over the place. Todd Rundgren just picked up some keyboard player from Joe Blow from wherever. I'm sure he's very good. But he was like, he knew all the songs, and he just jumped right in, and he was on tour. Next thing you know, he's on tour with Todd Rundgren. There's that, you know, Cinderella story of the guy from Journey. You know, he was in a Journey tribute band, and bam, then he's it. And I think it was Judas Priest. So that stuff happens a lot these days. Not a lot, but it does happen. So for somebody out there, it might be something like that, you know. You might think, oh God, they're going to have, you know, seasoned musicians, blah, blah, blah. If there's some kind of, or even what if it's a theater thing? It could be something like that. If there's, because I'm hearing open call. So if there's some kind of open call, better get your butt down there and try out for it. Because not only are you going to, you got the goods, I feel like, you know, you need to rush down there and do it. But it could be anything. It could be like a CEO, a corporation. You know, I think that's probably the more common thing. You know, it's going to be something like that. Like some big job. And maybe the job says, well, you must have 10 years experience and blah, 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 blah. Well, that's just, they just say that. You walk in there and bang, bang, boom. Next thing you know, you're doing it. Still, the travel thing could come in into here, because we've got a journey here and the world. I'm picking up travel pretty strong for a lot of people, I think. Oh, did that light go out? Maybe Gemini, that's right in your wheelhouse. I mean, that's something that you might enjoy. Maybe you get to travel around, you know, and that it's a cool job and nobody's bothering you and you like it. You know, maybe it's traveling, going from town to town for whatever. It could be a lot of different things. But it feels like it's you're picked because you're the best person for the gig, and it's also money involved. It does feel like there's money involved. You might even be sent off to go to some training seminar or something, some of you. You might be going to some kind of a seminar or something like that. Some of you might fall in love. You might be... This song came up for somebody else too. I knew that we were falling in love. And I tell you all the things I've been thinking of. And we're together every single day. Do I did it, don't did it, But the part that came to me was, I knew that we were falling in love. So you might be, you could go to some kind of a seminar for work or just a seminar for whatever and end up falling in love there, you know? So, but Ten of Cups not only means love and marriage, which it does, and it does have to do with romances, love, life, and all that good stuff, but it's the Ten of Cups. It's the 10. The 10 is always the most. Ten of Cups, most happiness, joy, good vibes that you could possibly experience. So, you know, this is going to be an awesome month for you. I mean, you got the Ten of Cups, you got the World. I mean, there's not one bad card in this entire deck. Accept any social invitations. For some of you, too, it could be like you you might go for moral support for somebody else. Like, oh, I'm going to this open call and, you know, would you come with me? And they might pick you instead. Yikes. Or, you know, why don't we do it together? Why don't we, you know, try out for this together? It does feel like there is something of an audition or an interview. You know, audition, I think of as, you know, music and bands or theater, but that's true in any, you're auditioning for a job, no matter what kind of job it is, right? You're kind of auditioning for it. Audition, audition. 60 stands out to me. 60, even though it says 60, but I think 60 could be a number involved. That could be a lot of things. You know, that could just be a lot of things. Maybe you have 60 clients assigned to you, or 60 stops on your road. Maybe 60,000. That's not crazy money, but that's a nice salary. I mean, I don't know what that 60 stands for. I mean, it could be a lot of different things. But it did stand out to me. And by the way, let that happen too. If it's something stands out to you, pay attention. That's the spirits talking through you. Ooga booga, can't you hear me talking to you? Alright, so let's go ahead and get our Gemini card going here. This is going to be the Animal Totem card. And then again, if you're a Patreon, we'll do the Map card after, which is an awesome card for this time of year. The eclipses are shaking things up. Expect the unexpected. Again, if you want to visit my website, 2 weeks or so left on that, and there's all sorts of stuff there, so please do check it out and support me and the channel. Or hit subscribe if you can't find me. People say they can't find me anymore because there's so many dang tarot readers nowadays. But hey, it's more the merrier. I'm not upset about that. But let's take a look. Oh, I think there was your card. It already came out. The Camel. Store up your energy for the long journey ahead. Camel is about journeys too. I pick up a lot of you are going to be getting some kind of a gig, traveling salesman or whatever. You know, some kind of traveling thing. Maybe going around teaching, lecturing, something like that. Dragon of the desert, wayfaring soul, sure-footedness amidst the shifting sands, overcoming insurmountable odds, preparing for the journey ahead. Yeah, this insurmountable odds, that's what I feel like. You're just like, oh, come on, they're not going to pick me. I'm just, you know, Joe Blow from Oklahoma or whatever. And what do you know? They will. They might. They could choose you. You'll never know unless you try. I mean, that's going to be your title. You'll never know unless you try. Unless you try. And you won't. You will never know unless you try. This could, not double but camel, could mean like maybe you came through some big dry spell too for some of you. Alright, Gemini, so again, those eclipse dates. New moon, January 5th, new moon eclipse. New beginnings. Something might be eclipsed out of your life near the 21st. Big changes are going on for everybody. Please do check out all my wares because that helps keep the readings free. I look forward to doing your readings in 2019. And thank you all for tuning in. Remember, your love and beauty incarnate, and I'll speak to you soon.